This podcast is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability, criminal prosecution, and the wrath of the tall man.
Boy!
Thank you for checking out 90 for Chill, the podcast with Cat Bus Russ. This is Cat Bus Russ, and this is where I like to offer my context and trigger warnings. This episode is centered around Sam Elliott, but I'll be up front. We are going to focus the second hour on a movie that definitely doesn't qualify for our rules, but I have found a way to make it fix thanks to screen drafts and their marathon concept. Look, if they're going to hide it behind the paywall, somebody's got to offer the idea for free. That's where I stand. Maybe someday if I get some windfall of money, I could try becoming a producer on their Patreon, I hope. Goals, but I digress. One of the movies we're going to talk about in the first hour, which is going to be mostly sub 100 minute movies. We don't ever cross the 2 hour mark, so give us some props on that, is The Big Bang starring Antonio Banderas. I find some of the dialogue to be fun, but they really go out of their way to make the villains seem like villains. So some of the language is just really unnecessary. We're talking slurs primarily. And there's also a transphobic twist in the feature. So I'm sorry to talk about that movie during Pride Month. If it is any consolation, I've been skipping out on Chick-fil-A this month. Sorry to not give you a trigger warning about Chick-fil-A jokes. So I digress. I hope you enjoy the show, and hopefully I'll get those F-bombs cleared out.
Hold on to your butts.
Pardon the interruption. Searching for those F-bombs in the edit, and I did find myself using the word Fae for a character description, and I should apologize for that, especially since I made a Blue Power Ranger comment after that. So I am definitely sorry for my slip-ups, and I hope we can still be friends.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
Thank you for checking out 90 for Chill, the podcast with Cat Bus Russ. This is your host, Cat Bus Russ. If you want to get an idea of what future episodes may entail, follow me on Letterboxd. My username there is CMDarth. That's C as in cool, M as in movies, Darth as in a Sith Lord. Go back to my old wrestling career, and it had its moment. So, this week, At Couchman Bakes returns, one Andrew TD, to finally discuss a feature he's wanted to chat about since we did our last Kurt Russell themed podcast about They Live. And if you listen to that podcast, you know what I'm talking about right now. But to get to there, since it's a 2 hour, 10-minute movie, we are taking a concept developed by Screen Drafts, which they intend to keep behind a paywall, called The Marathon. So we're both going to create our own little fictional movie houses, and we're going to go from there. I'm going to offer a triple feature of Sam Elliott movies before the main event at midnight. He's going to have the same main event at midnight. So same feature, 2 hour, 10-minute, Kurt Russell, Bill Paxton. Really, it's an argument, is Sam Elliott the greatest supporting actor? You know, he doesn't really get a chance to star too much. But I digress about that. So that's the vibe for the episode. I'm probably going to drop that trailer right now, but I don't know. The trailer for The Big Bang with Banderas. But I've already talked about all those flaws, and yeah, I don't really feel too good about it, especially in June. So hopefully you'll enjoy this episode. Really, we'd love the feedback on this one to see who's the better... I guess got the better mind for management, I suppose, when it comes to cinema. So, you know, hit me up on Twitter. It's at CatBusRuss, and give us those 5-star reviews, of course, and let's get on to the show.
It was a place where a man could start over, where a fortune could be made. They say every town has a story. Tombstone has a legend.
Who is he? That's Wyatt Earp. Made a name for himself as a peace officer.
I heard of you.
I'm retired.
You must be Doc Holliday. You retired too?
Not me. I'm in my prime.
Hollywood Pictures presents
The only real law around here is the Cowboys.
the story of Wyatt Earp.
The first time in our lives we got a chance to stop wandering and finally be a family. Now this is trouble we don't need.
If we're gonna have a future in this town, it's gotta have some law and order.
What do you want, Ringo?
I want your blood. I want your soul. I want them both right now.
They shot your brother.
Now the time has come for justice.
Guess maybe you better swear me in.
And he has to live up to his reputation.
You got a fight coming.
I'll be there!
One last time.
None of your problem, Doc. You don't have to mix up in this.
That is a hell of a thing for you to say to me.
In a battle.
The last charge of Wyatt Earp and his immortals.
At the OK Corral.
Oh, my God.
The West would never forget. Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Dana Delaney, Powers Booth, Michael Biehn, Bill Paxton, Jason Priestley, Sam Elliott, and Charlton Heston.
You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me!
Justice is coming to Tombstone.
Yeah, it looks like we've both had long weekends, different reasons, and I'll at least get to mine. But this is 90 for Chill, the podcast with Cat Bus Russ, and of course, this is Cat Bus Russ. And once again, the Couchman Bakes Andrew Teedy is welcomed us with his presence. And
Hello.
This is going to be one of those long about ways to talk about a movie that does not qualify, which we've been hinting at the last few times we've done episodes together.
We've been plotting this for probably a year.
It's getting up there. I think we did I think Big Trouble was like, July last year.
That was right after I had my heart surgery. So yeah, it would have been like late July, early August.
Right. So yeah. So we'll have to keep that movie, on the download for the time being. This is going to be a tribute to Sam Elliott, essentially. So I'm going to have the movie that we're going to really want to talk about in my peripheral so I can get some idea of the time we've got to rush through these other movies. So I've hinted at what I'm looking to do with this episode. It's basically I'm ripping off Screen Drafts. They recently did an episode where, oh no, we can't get a guest lined up. So we're going to take an old draft they did, 7 movies, and then pretend that both hosts were making their own movie houses and then making their own quadruple features and competing against each other. So this is not going to be a quadruple feature for 2 quadruple features. We're both going to have the same closing movie, which, but I've got 3 sub 100-minute movies, and you've got 2-hour movies to talk about, essentially.
Yeah, essentially.
And Sam Elliott is the theme, who, dare I say, the greatest supporting actor ever?
Greatest supporting actor ever, greatest mustache ever. Don't come at me, Tom Selleck. And greatest voiceover ever.
Oh yeah, I mean that's I mean Sam Elliott's a supporting actor, and you can say narrator and everything, but this is the one guy because Morgan Freeman's had his chances to shine.
Sure.
As has Bill Paxton. Yeah, he had to direct Frailty to pretty much be his movie. But you could say, those are got names you could sell on. Geez, that makes me kind of think like Bill Pullman is probably the more sellable Bill, at least, back at the time.
But I would say if we're going to the 90s, yeah, I'd say that, yeah.
Yeah. So, I almost wanted to make this Bill Paxton versus Sam Elliott, but there's too many good Bill Paxton movies that definitely qualify for the podcast.
That would be without a doubt your most decisive episode ever. Like that would be the one that would drum up internet controversy.
Well, I mean, this is going to require this episode to work the way it is. And the only reason I'm stealing the marathon idea from Screen Drafts is because they were basically, hey, we might do this on the Patreon. And it's like, no, somebody's got to do this for free. I didn't go to film school. I was considered a film expert by a bunch of professors at JUCO, and
I just got told I watched too many movies.
Yeah. Oh well, that's just it. But I mean, when you got the good ones like the Main Event, the Midnight Picture, and I'd say that's no restriction on the midnight show. People, you're closing afterwards. I mean, people are here. They'd love to stay up all night. So
right.
So almost thinking like, well, no, we're not going to do it. I've done enough B-Fest. No, you do need to choose movies to fall to sleep through.
Right.
So, all right. So I think we've got that laid down. So what I have is took a while to come up with a name for my movie house. I was thinking, Train Spotting, Sick Boy Cinema, which honestly could work. Several variations on my the show, the person I dedicate every episode to, Stacia Hardin. But and then I was thinking, Star Wars. We'll go with Moss Skimble after my cat. Or my primary, or the late Skimble Shanks, I should say, or the Royal Evangeline, Evangeline. I just call her Ava.
So, there you go.
And then I saw watching the Main Event, the name of the theater in that. Thought, oh, nobody's capitalized on that. So I've gone with my English culture and making it the Six Raven movie house, which good luck in England at the tower is like, for the royal family, is basically you have to have 6 ravens at the tower at all times.
Oh, okay.
Superstition. So there's backup ravens, but yeah, there's 6 roaming the property.
Could you imagine being one of the spare ravens though? The backup ravens.
Yeah, man.
Just waiting for Fred to fly off, and then it's my time to shine.
Right. Yeah, be the cock of the walk and such. But by calling it the Six Raven movie house, I could also just call it the Murder Movie House. So there we go. You got a name for your theater?
Yeah, I thought long and hard on it. Like the jerk in me wanted to be like, well, let's just call it Ford's Theater. That's got some historical relevance. Oh. And then it's an automobile thing. And then but no, I finally came upon Sasquatch Cinema House.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah,
Squatchy Pictures.
There you go. Squatchy Pictures. Yeah, it's funny. I love being creative, but when I actually have to commit to something, it's like, let's see, let's overthink it and come with the simplest solution.
Oh yeah, it always ends up that way. So all right, enough preamble. Let's get that movie playing. Okay. No, I had to slam in the Main Event just before, and oh gosh, sure. So it's gonna be a rush through the notes. So since I got the extra movie, you get to pick the first amenity, and I will say you have plumbing and you have electricity, and right. You have a 4K projector, not a 35 millimeter, so we're not artsy yet.
My only question is does that include a sound setup?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. All right.
Okay. My first amenity is I would, in addition to a snack bar, I'd also have like the ability to like have a burger as opposed to just like nachos and popcorn.
Right. Oh,
Like
no. Okay.
I'd be grilling stuff too.
All right. So yeah, I'll give you the grill. As for me, I'm going with the bar. So that pretty much says we do not have seats. So okay.
It's funny. Your first amenity pairs up well with my second one is the fact that we do not only enforce but we encourage a BYOB policy.
Oh shoot, I should just gone. Then I'll scratch that. I'll go with the popcorn. You need popcorn, but yes, definitely a BYOB.
Pay a couple extra bucks to get your cooler in. You know,
right.
Drive responsibly.
All right. So that leaves me then, since I have the extra movie to get through my pick. And so I took the time to watch The Good Dinosaur by Pixar. So
yes,
we'll let the kids have something. And it's so as I say, I'm just gonna rush through. So it kind of makes me wish that Pixar did not have like two bangers right away, story wise.
Yeah, The Good Dinosaur, it does have a soft spot in my heart because it was one of the first movies that made me cry as an adult, and I was sober. But yeah, my wife to this day still makes fun of me for if I win at an argument in the rare occasions that I actually do that in a marriage. She goes, she'll just like cap it off with, "You cried watching Good Dinosaur," and walk away.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
and that's why I try to keep explaining to her.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's definitely not a story on the level of, if you really want to cry, Up, but everybody cries during Up.
Right. Like Up is the cool, acceptable movie to cry at, which is a phrase I never thought I'd say.
Well, I mean, you get that in Toy Story 3 at least. I have not seen Toy Story 4, but when everybody grabs their hands.
Yeah, 4, get your Kleenex.
But the moment they're looking at each other, like the pleasure to serve with you as they're going to get incinerated, it's like
yes. And can we also appreciate the fact that I don't know who had the brilliant idea to make Sam Elliott a T-Rex cowboy in this movie.
Oh shoot, I didn't even think about. I remember. Oh, sorry. For a second there, I thought you said he was in 4, and it's like no, he's not in 4. Oh, the T-Rex cowboy. Yeah.
Yeah. For Good Dinosaur. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like who like you. I hope you got a bonus, sir or madam. Like if you came up with that, like I hope you got a check cut. That was brilliant.
Oh yeah. And then you get a little Wade Garrett vibe to him.
Yes.
As he's
it's
the equivalent to the telling Dalton it's all right to rip out a guy's throat.
Yeah. Like what dude, he pointed a gun at you. You have two choices. Die, kill the mother effer.
Yes.
Direct quote, paraphrase.
Yes. I think it was you ripped that. I think he did say he ripped that F word.
Yeah.
But it's just very interesting because it is a Western. I mean, in the end, it's about people just trying to make their life agriculture wise.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it on the head. You had what you would have in any Western made in like the 40s or 50s. You had the homesteaders. Oh no, Pa died. How are we going to make everything work? And I'm going to go do this, and it all goes wrong. And oh yeah.
Well, it's kind of like with the Pa dying. It's kind of like, so Disney's got a hard on for killing black parents.
Disney is very homicidal.
Mustafa and
black parents, mothers in general.
Well, yes, yeah.
And anything that's an animal, apparently.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm surprised the straight up murders are Arlo goes on to save the dog, save Spot in the end.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what has happened to Steve Zahn. That was one of his strongest roles. Like,
Yeah, and I don't. The sad part is I don't even know if Steve Zahn knows he recorded those lines. I think they just like put a microphone in his bathroom one morning and they got gold.
Well, he was good. He was good in Out of Sight. So I mean, we know he's got the chops.
Oh, he's a wonderful actor. It's just I don't know if he knows what's going on. Like he definitely seems like the kind of guy that just like sometimes the lights on, but I have left the building.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. So with that, so let's see. But talking about lights on, nobody home. Was this the first time we've ever had a drug trip in a Disney movie? When they eat the rotten fruit and they pretty much.
Yeah, I think like not the like the Black Cauldron was an acid trip of a Disney movie.
Okay, yes.
But this is the first intended acid trip in a Disney movie.
Right. So, let's see, lots of dinosaur concussions. Arlo would, yeah.
Like, yeah, he would have like CTE or something.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. That's no. We don't need a Benoit sequel to The Good Dinosaur. I mean, I defend him.
This is how the dinos wouldn't extend.
I will just say, like, it's an occasion of being a Western may have kind of slowed the narrative down because I thought Spot and Arlo's adventure was good enough. They didn't really need, a homeward bound type of sense.
Like you said, I think with them having a succession of just straight bangers right before this,
yeah.
In this one, I think they may have gotten too ambitious. So over ambition plus Disney hangover equals Good Dinosaur.
Right. So that was my 6:00 show, which everybody gets to go to your theater a little later. So if anything, they can get a vibe.
Yeah, there you go.
So your show would be 7:20. What's your 7:20?
My 7:20, we go from the wholesomeness of the Western Good Dinosaur to the what the heckness of the closest thing that Marvel has ever done to a Western Ghost Rider.
Okay, so this is something I was late to a diaper party yesterday because I better get myself a copy. I got a 2-pack for $3.33 of Ghost Rider and Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. And I'll just put it this way. After the 40-minute mark, my expletives would be too high to describe this movie / insult to Legion, which leaves me just letting you talk about it.
Oh, like the only saving grace in this movie to me was literally Sam Elliott's character, which was basically like Wade Garrett dies, Wade Garrett becomes this guy.
Well, you see, I thought, are we sure this is not a sequel to The Big Lebowski? As you say about narration.
I've heard that before.
Oh, okay.
I've heard that comparison before. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the narration, the caretaker, spoiler alert, the not really big surprise at the end when you realize, oh, he's the other guy. Okay, yeah, not a big shocker.
Well, yeah, it's established right at the beginning, oh, there's a cowboy Ghost Rider. But it kind of makes me I picked up a copy when it was cheap on iTunes of the Jesus Rolls, so I guess I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that soon to see which is the better Big Lebowski sequel.
And what ticked me off so much about Ghost Rider is it's a great character. The story was there, and I thought Nicolas Cage was actually batshit enough to pull it off.
I think everything was working that way. Once you get the first transformation, I don't know any other actor who could, pull off that crazy computer transformation. But after that transformation theme, that's it.
Yeah,
everybody's voice is distorted.
The voice is distorted, very not great. He's too you don't even believe it's Nicolas Cage under the flaming sword because it's too stiff. It's too blocky.
Oh yeah, Jarrett. I I'm going to keep going after Jurassic Park. They ruined everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, we have CGI dinosaurs now, so we can do anything. And it's like,
great.
No, not great. It's they betrayed Ian Malcolm. You were so busy determining if you could do it, you didn't take the time to stop and ask if you should.
Yeah, but like you said, the Legion character, the Blackheart character, it was all wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, bless everyone in the movie. They acted their butts off. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, Ava Mendes is always fun when she's hottest thing on screen and she's playing Insecure.
And then, of course, Donald Lowe and Nicolas Cage.
Not enough of him.
They should be more movies together, quite honestly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I never thought I'd say this, but let Donald be the straight guy to Nick Cage just being Nick Cage. I think if we ever did a sequel to that Nicolas Cage movie where he played himself, that would be the one.
Oh yeah, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. It was kind of like Neil Patrick Harris was great as the agent, though, which was the essential straight man.
Yeah, that's true.
And Nicolas Cage is great as he's dealing with Nick Mother Cage personality.
I'm surprised he hasn't legally changed his name to that yet.
I mean, he's got bills to pay. That
Coppola to Cage, but still, I mean, do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, but this was one of the most disappointing comic book movies I've seen, and I saw the midnight debut of Jonah Hex.
I've still never seen Jonah Hex, but I still don't think it would take over my most disappointing comic book movie, and I defended it for so long. Green Lantern.
Oh, I haven't seen Green Lantern.
I defended that movie for years. Years I defended that.
Well, I mean, Reynolds has a way to rewrite history, thankfully.
Oh, those jokes were my favorite ones in Deadpool. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to like that movie way more than I did. Like I said, the best parts were pretty much anything with Sam Elliott, and even that is almost a backhanded compliment because I don't think it was his best work.
No.
It was just him. It was like, hey, Sam, go play you in a cameo.
Yeah. Better than Peter Fonda in it. Like,
yeah, I felt bad.
Peter Fonda should have just been Lance Henriksen.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because Peter, I know he wasn't doing well health-wise at the time. It's like, hey, let's bring him out there because he has a tie to motorcycles because of Easy Rider.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was just
he was basically there as a glorified inside joke cameo motorcycle classic legend thing.
But that's the worst thing was the motorcycle stunts right at the beginning. They're cut horribly.
Like you're.
I mean, not just the
planet is going to jump that many helicopters.
Oh no, I didn't mind that. I thought that was especially the Donald Lowe Nicolas Cage conversation into it.
Well, the banter saved it,
but no, I'm talking about back at the circus. Those are just so wretchedly cut.
Yeah,
and then never mind when Barton Blaze dies. It's like he's sliding off the ramp, so he's going to go into the no, he's on the other ramp now. Like, I mean, no continuity.
Yeah, the editing was bad. Like even editing some of the CG shots, which should be pretty clean, was very clunky.
Oh, I didn't even want to talk about that.
That scene where he's sliding down like the side of a building on the motorcycle is just like cool concept, kind of clunky.
Good PlayStation 3 stuff.
Yeah.
But the worst effects are definitely the elementals.
Oh, dude! Like, did someone make that on their iPhone?
Well, I think iPhones just came out.
Not, I would say, the first iPhone.
Yeah.
Not the new iPhones, because you could make that movie on that, and probably be better.
Right. But it's kind of like Sony dropped the ball though. If they would own, because it was the same year as Spider-Man 3. you attach.
Yeah,
you
attach.
That was. I mean, you threw everything else at the movie. Why not throw Ghost Rider in a post-credit sequence just so you could keep the IP?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, like you said, that was not a great year for Sony. I actually took the day off to go see that movie, Spider-Man 3. I took the day off. It was close to my birthday. I was like, I'm just gonna have a nice time, watch Spider-Man. And I left the theater going, I feel dirty and abused, and I need a shower.
Yep. I mean, and not the good Sam Raimi way, like not Evil Dead way.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's just like, yeah, like that. I don't know if like they were on a time crunch, like they thought they had like 3 years to make a movie, and all of a sudden like, hey, it's due on Tuesday.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
But okay, so your next show is going to be at 9:40. So I got my 8:00.
Okay,
and this is where we kick the kids out. So it's going to be The Big Bang.
Okay.
Starring Antonio Banderas as a. Have you seen this one?
Long time ago.
Okay, yeah. Private investigator hired by Kurgan of the Oddities to track down his prison pen pal, and we get a diamond conspiracy that a team of cops, Delroy Lindo, Thomas Kretschmann, and William Feichner are beating the hell out of and blinding. Well, no, I think it was the Kurgan who blinded Antonio Banderas during the interrogation. And Sam Elliott is basically cowboy mix between Richard Branson and Steve Jobs, trying to make his hadron collider work to find the God particle. And
that is the best way I've ever heard that described.
Yeah. But it's
like, if you took his character, again, we're referencing Big Lebowski, and combined it with those two, I would say yeah.
So I just figure we got to do something batshit crazy, pretty much to compete with Ghost Rider.
Yes.
I think this is a little more enjoyable. I mean, the CG is awful again, and it's the worst CG in the sense that it's basically done like I don't know how to direct or manage lighting, so I will just make cool computer effects to cover my.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're like, oh well, we need a lot more sizzle than steak here because the steak ain't good. Yeah.
Oh, I would just say I love the dialogue, the conversations. It's like Tarantino, except there's no grounding to this feature.
I'll give you that. Like I didn't care for it. That's the best praise I can give that movie. It wasn't me.
Oh no, this is me enjoying something batshit for the sake of being batshit.
Oh yeah, I mean everyone has those batshit movies that they love.
You're right.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, and I appreciate any movie with a well-written sex scene. Like,
I'll give you that.
I mean, so much of the time, and I've written a blog about it. Like, sex scenes are just done to fill out 2 minutes of pages in a script,
and often to be known as the movie that showed fill in the blank actresses yabos.
Oh yeah, I bought my when Second Cinema was going out of business. I bought my VHS tape for $2 of Malicious with Molly Ringwald.
See, for me, that's a good one. That's a good one. But like, no, do you remember how many copies of the movie Swordfish?
Moved just
because it was the movie that Halle Berry was finally going to show Halle Berry.
Yeah,
and we all wanted to see it.
Yeah, but I mean, I hated Swordfish. I thought
it was not a good movie.
It was one of those where I think on the ride home with my friends, everybody was raving about how crazy it was, and it's like, no, it doesn't. It does not work. And it pretty much established, it's cool to have Vinnie Jones in a movie, but let's not give him anything.
For me, I think that was once we started to realize that the John Travolta wagon had become completely unhitched.
Oh yeah,
I mean, more. I mean, right around this time, there's also when he did what Battlefield
the year
Earth.
before was Battlefield
Yeah.
Earth. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, he was like basically saying, "Hey, I'm nuts."
Yeah. But that's how Xenu, is that their god?
Something like that.
Yeah. That's how he designed it. So um but I mean it's good, and I mean, as I say, the dialogue is a lot of fun. I love Snoop Dogg as a porn director.
Again, does he realize he was in that movie? That was really natural from Snoop. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, there's another batshit crazy one from a few years ago. Directed, James Franco had a directing credit on it called Future World.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Oh, it's definitely worth a watch. I mean, I have not rewatched it. I have it on my Voodoo. Like those are the weird ones. Voodoo sends the emails and like, oh yeah, I'll do that. That and Digstown, what actually is an underappreciated one. About James Wood managing Louis Gossett Jr. to hustle a town out of all its money by fighting 10 boxers in one day and winning.
And that's I think if we're going with batshit crazy movies though, and I can't believe it is probably the first publicity this movie's gotten in years. Pawn Shop Chronicles.
Ooh, yeah, I've heard of it.
I love that
sounds like a Tapeheads vibe.
Yes, I love the fact that they advertised the hell out of the fact that Norman Reedus is in it.
Mm.
He's in the movie for less than 1 minute, and you don't even see his face.
Oh, this had to have been fresh after. Is this after?
This was Paul Walker was in it, and he was one of the producers. So this was about a year and a half before his tragic accident.
Okay, so but in the midst of Walking Dead phenomenon.
Yeah, like Walking Dead had happened. Both Boondock Saints movies had happened. Like you knew the name Norman Reedus.
Yeah, Blade 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pawn Shop.
We could do a whole episode on that one.
Oh, Norman Reedus' second build.
Yeah, and again, less than a minute.
Yeah, 2013, 152 minutes. So, but oh gosh, that an anthology of stories. I mean the IMDb has sold me on it.
When one of the biggest villains of the movie is Elijah
Wood's in it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Elijah Wood's in it. Brendan Fraser's in it. Vincent D'Onofrio's in it. Lots of people are in this movie.
Oh yeah, geesh.
And I found it in the $2.50 bin at a truck stop.
Well, I mean, that's how I got all like six, well, I'd say at least 4 good WWE films was finding one at a truck stop.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Like I'm a fan of Countdown with Dolph Ziggler.
Rusev with a gun.
Yes. 12 rounds. 12 rounds 3 was fun. Die Hard with John Moxley.
I haven't seen that one. I saw 12 rounds 2 with Orton.
I haven't seen 2, so I saw the original, and
yeah,
that was just before we like. I think it takes Hollywood a while to realize that with professional wrestlers, they are what you get. Like you see them on TV, you have to write for that character. Like I mean. Like there's really not that many good Rock performances, sadly.
Well, it's funny. Like I was
like John Cena. I think's been after they figured out John Cena. I think he's been getting better movies than The Rock has.
Well, here's the thing: John Cena wants to be an actor.
Okay.
The Rock wants to be an action guy. The best wrestler turned actor Batista.
Oh yes, yeah.
He's actually an actor. He can act his butt off.
Have you seen Wrong Side of Town with Rob Van Dam?
Love that movie.
I did too,
bad.
but yeah,
so bad.
And Batista is awful in it.
Yes,
like RVD. Well, it's kind of like what you expect RVD to be.
They are again. I think they handed him a couple J's and said, "Here, smoke these and go do you, boo boo."
Yeah, right.
Just remember, you're a Navy SEAL.
Yes. All right. So let's see. Anything else I have to say about Big Bang? I mean, it's one of those like. I think I was thinking about it when I was just driving home today, and it was like, I think I was listening to Church's "The Mother We Share" came up on my playlist.
Okay.
And and when it all up a bit, and it's like, yeah, no, it's kind of, and then somehow I thought about I guess something conversation about people appreciating awful lyrics they don't even really know about, like
right,
girls singing Backstreet Boys lyrics, yeah, am I sexual? Like, I hope not. And it was but I thought about Blazing Saddles, which is like the first movie people say, oh, you can't remake, and it's like, yes you can, because it's like
you could, but boy, it'd be a hard sell.
Okay, not questioning the selling aspect, but it's like I hear people have problems watching it now, like discovering it now, and like all the language and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, but the point is, everybody knows what is being said is absolutely wrong in how you're using it.
Yes,
that is the joke.
Well, Richard Pryor is the co-writer of that movie, and there's many documented accounts of him telling Mel Brooks, "Oh no, put that one word in there a lot," and y'all know what the word I'm talking about is. One I don't even dare say or think of.
Oh well, and when we get to the main event, I was thinking about the main event of this thing,
sure.
And how it looks like the bad guys are in better standing with the Chinese.
Yes.
And it's like,
well, no,
you have that.
I think they were financial backers of those particular Chinese.
Yeah. Oh no, we can go into the conspiracies and talk about the right wing messaging enough, probably. But it's like, there's this. I thought about the scene, where all they want, they're willing to move the town, create a second town, and help you out. All they want's a little piece of land for their own. All right, we'll take the help of the N words and the C words.
Yeah,
but not the Irish.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to work. Oh, screw it, everybody. Like, it's supposed to offend you, or it's supposed to catch you off guard, not necessarily offend, because you should be smart enough to know that this is not, and that's what you get a lot with the dialogue they try to get away with in the Big Bang.
Yeah.
And then you have the entire realization, which I don't think it was too transphobic, but a little bit.
But
it didn't understand.
It was too healthy of a sprinkling of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't understand how to handle that, but I don't think anything did. Like, I stand by Chasing Amy if you think of it solely about a movie about people trying to find love.
Sure.
But yeah, no, don't take any of the politics into that movie.
No.
Yeah, so and I guess my last thing is, well, besides, like, I could come up with a triple feature for Autumn Reeser. Like, she had a B movie storm. The Lost Boys, The Tribe isn't any good, but she's fun as one of the I don't know, have you seen Smoking Aces 2?
No.
Oh.
I'm still trying to figure out what happened in Smoking Aces 1.
Okay, yeah, that was all right. Smoking Aces 2 makes more sense. I think it's only written. Yeah. Vinnie Jones again. Michael Parks.
Okay.
But the Trench family. if you remember those guys from Smoking Aces.
Yes,
Just
yes, yes.
she plays a girl, a sister in the
Wow.
family. Yeah, and
Wow.
she takes her top off and is in a good sex scene in this movie. So like, I might give the tribe another go to see if I can do that in the future. But yeah, so yeah, okay, so not a good movie for Pride Month, so we're gonna have to push this quadruple feature back to July.
I'd rather say, yeah, you do that in like end of the season, like September, October.
Right. So all right, so your 920 movie would have started. So I know what it is, obviously.
Yes.
And honestly, like I'm going experimental and high art, and you got two classics back to back. There's no argument.
The thing is, you can't do any kind of marathon movie of Sam Elliott or any of the other people involved in this movie without including the cinematic classic that is Roadhouse. Often referenced on Family Guy in an almost unhealthy manner.
Be nice. I mean, it's got all the great lessons though.
It's got life lessons. It's super quotable.
Yes.
It's a perfect blend of late 80s cheese in an action movie. Super dramatic. The fight scenes are good, if not almost overdone, but in a good way. Boobs. It's got fat guys in caterpillar hats, monster trucks, boobs, taxidermied animals, blind guitar player. Like, it has everything, folks.
Who'd go and see a blind guitar? I've never seen a blind guitar player before.
Yeah, and I thought you'd be bigger.
Right.
And me and my buddies use that line all the time, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's like I think so I went to a diaper party yesterday, and it's like, oh, that would have been a great time to ask. So what movies are you going to show your kid? Because I bought both my nephew and my pseudo nephew from my best friend's kid, Flash Gordon, First Christmas, because that's what I was raised. That was what I was raised on. Like, my mom could care less about Star Wars, but she loves her Timothy Dalton and Brian Blessed. So it was watching, and that's pretty much why I'm a Queen guy. Like,
sure.
First song I really know is Flash.
My father took a slightly different approach when it came to movies with the kids. He watched whatever the heck he wanted, and if it wasn't appropriate, my mom would figure out real fast and tell us to go upstairs. One of my earliest memories is the day my dad bought a VCR, and the first movie he put into it was Barbarella. And if you've ever seen just the first 10 minutes of Barbarella, you should know I should not have been in that room. I was 6.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think that might be a PG. Thank God for the late 60s.
Well, yes, the sad part was it was considered a PG movie because PG-13 didn't come around until like almost 20 years later.
Yeah, well, and that was more about the scares. I think you still have boobs and
scares and violence.
Yeah, and now I think we've gone the opposite route. Like, go back to South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, and just remember what the MPAA says. It's all right to show gratuitous graphic violence, as long as you don't say any naughty words.
Exactly. Yes, that was it. But yeah, God, sorry, it's been a long time since I thought about Barbarella. All right, I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, like I said, every character in that movie, I think, was a great archetype for something.
Yeah,
whether it be like the Dalton character, philosopher, one man's quest. He was just literally a guy who would a nomad. He'd go around doing what his skill set was, which was beating people up.
Yeah,
and he was a nomad, just keep going in search of the next great quest. And you had the teacher role with Sam Elliott, the older guy that was this guy who sometimes still hasn't grown up.
Which
You know,
we'll talk about, not about him, but
Sure.
in the main event, yes.
Yes. And then, you know, you had even the villains, some of them being over top and cheesy, like
Ben Gazzara. I mean,
yeah,
he's just...
and then, Terry Funk, I think they just grabbed him for whatever bingo hall he was working in that weekend and said, "Go."
Yeah, I think he probably just got back from Japan, honestly, because he was fighting Flair.
Yeah.
He was fighting Flair by the end of the year.
That's about right.
Oh, John Doe from
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
and even for finding somebody, I cannot remember the actor's name, and I apologize, but the guy that played the character Tinker, or as I call it, if Humpty Dumpty was a human.
Yeah.
For those of you who may not have seen Roadhouse first, what's wrong with you? Tinker, he was shaped like an oval from head to toe, very large man, and for some reason they put him in tight white shirts and suspenders
Overalls.
the whole movie.
I mean, he's pretty much what makes that Ben Gazzara scene the first time we really get to see him. Oh, yes. I need apologies. I'm sorry.
Yeah, takes off the hat, bows, like almost bends a knee to the king, ready to the ring. But like, I'm sorry, boss.
And then
like sincere.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, boss. I believe you, Tinker, but I don't believe you. I mean,
the other guy just to deck him in the face, knee him in the nuts.
Yeah, you know what your problem is? You're a bleeder.
Like, again, I don't know why they didn't approach this topic in that movie. You can't tell me that the character of Brad Wesley, played by Ben Garza, you can't tell me he didn't have a big pile of white stuff like 5 feet behind him.
Yeah, I don't know why they.
This is the late 80s. Like, why didn't you just why didn't you just like say like, oh yeah, when you don't see him, his face is just covered in white powder.
Right. This is a guy who wants to be Scarface, essentially.
Yeah, but in Jasper, Missouri, not Miami, Florida. No. He wants to be the Tony Montana of rural Missouri.
Yes.
Because hey, Jason Penny's coming there because of him.
Mm-hmm. It's dialogue, especially from his top goon. You know.
Yes.
Jimmy. F guys. Yeah.
Yes.
F guys like you in prison.
Well, and apparently, like, that actor and Patrick Swayze really didn't get along because they had different philosophies on how they should do fight scenes. So it made that fight scene a little better because there was respect, but there was animosity.
Yeah. I mean, this goes back to my theory that any movie with a throat rip is a good movie.
I agree. Not a lot of throat ripping in cinema these days.
Yeah. I mean, you had last one I could really recall was the Rambo reboot. Not reboot, but I mean, you know,
reboot, whatever you want to call it.
Right. The reintroduction of Rambo.
I don't count creature features like, you know, you might see somebody with a throat wound like a Jurassic Park movie or something like that. I don't count creature features.
Oh no,
that's just kind of that standard.
Oh no, I'm a big Italian horror fan, and German Shepherds just go nuts in those movies.
Yeah, I don't know what it was with the Italian horror community and saying, hey, we're gonna take German Shepherds and this is gonna be their shtick.
Yeah. And it's usually a blind person, like they're seeing eye dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I love corgis. They can't reach nothing.
They don't bark as much as Chihuahuas.
Well, I know a couple that might break that stereotype.
Yeah, but they're so plump and down to the ground. That's just like
it's like, hey, we're gonna take a cute fluffy loaf of bread and make it cuter by making it sentient and short legs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't support breeding in general, but
no. Adopt, don't shop. But
it's like,
but at the same time, like whoever decided to like, hey, we're gonna take a wolf and turn into a corgi, I'll give you a pat on the back.
Yeah.
You get an attaboy.
Yes. So, all right. So I think we're at the so obviously didn't rewatch Roadhouse for this because it's bloody Roadhouse.
Right.
I mean,
at any given time, I can go turn on my TV right now, and I can probably find it in the next 24 hours on either AMC or CMT, or even on Stars.
Oh yeah, no. And our main event is pretty much one of the best cable movies next to The Shawshank Redemption.
The main event, I find it on Paramount Network during the week a lot, or again AMC on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gotta be the main event.
So I'm gonna slow things down and get intelligent, and with thank you for smoking.
Okay.
Sam Elliott's really just got a bit character, but he's playing again the cowboy. I mean, this is basically, it was a movie. I think that it didn't get a wide release just because I think it leaned a little too. It played everything so well. Like you got a lot of.
It did have a weird release because I think it came out in a weird time because this was what
2004, 2005.
I was gonna say 2004, 2005. Kind of like we didn't really want to do a whole lot with controversy because
right.
we already had like an actual biopic of Super Size Me come out and basically ruin going to McDonald's for fat people for the next 20 years.
Yeah, I'm still upset about that.
I miss the days when I could walk into McDonald's and get a supersized, not even the fries. I miss those big cups for the drinks.
Yeah, there's just times I want my entire 2-day calorie intake in one sitting. I'm not practicing. I'm not going to do it every day.
No.
Yeah.
No. Plus, I miss just being able to walk into a Wendy's and say the phrase "Biggie Fries."
Oh, yeah.
I just love Biggie Fries.
Yeah. So we just got to get ourselves a movie house because we're lacking one in this area. You got to Virginia, but that's a little too highfalutin.
My favorite place to go see a movie around here actually is the drive-in theater in Gibson City.
Gibson City, yeah.
Yeah, which is a little bit of a haul, but
right.
Not horrible. I mean, spoken like a true Midwestern. You got to drive only about an hour. Ain't that bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's. I mean, it's. I don't know, because you get that vibe. It's like, well, if you're in LA, you got to drive that long. I mean, you're traveling very little space, but I'm saying that.
Right.
I guess people
just say, you got to drive 45 minutes to make it 6 miles.
Yeah. I mean, Chicago's kind of like that, but once you learn it, it's all right.
That's why I live down here.
It's would have been a wiser move for me to just make that one, just because of my wrestling crew is all up there. But yeah, thank you for smoking. I mean, it's like this is a liberal flick, but it's kind of definitely. But it's a satire of the right, and it's done so well.
It's done so well that some of the red hat wearing crowd actually thinks that it actually is pro them.
Yeah, no, same thing with They Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're sheep. You're the ones who are sleeping. There's a bit I saw on my Facebook feed today. Daniel Sloss promoting his new special that's on danielsloss.com.
Okay.
Where he goes in the bits about he's Scottish. I'm very left, and but the guys on the right just have it so easy. Like, you go to the right and they say, well, are you pro life? Yes. Are you pro gun? Yes. Do you hate the LGBTQ community? Not really. Oh, come on, just come on over. We'll teach you. While the left, you have to be all the way left.
Yes.
You have to be all the way on the left. Like, are you pro-choice? Yes. Are you anti-gun? Yes. Are you an ally to the LGBTQ community? Yes. Are you vegan? No. Oh, get the fuck over there with the other people.
Right. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. I zoned out a little bit when you were describing the right because you sounded like most of my family reunions.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, basically, the right will teach you how to hate, and the left just hates
Yes.
you if you're not
If
all the
you're
way
not
left.
completely assimilated before you even get there.
Right. So, but I mean it's like, I mean, you just knew Ivan Wright. Sorry. Oh shoot, I forgot Reitman's kid's name.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah,
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah, and I liked Afterlife, so
I did too. I make no apologies for it.
yeah.
Like I thought it was a well. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, it's good. No, you're an apologist. No, it was a good movie.
No, they figured out how to recast the Ghostbusters essentially,
Yeah,
make it work.
they made it feel like it was just a natural progression of where we left off in '89.
Right. And if anything, it's like this is like Stranger Things take on it. It's not
Yeah,
all the adult humor that we kind of lost in Ghostbusters too.
Having a kid from Stranger Things in the show, didn't hurt that buzz at all.
But what I'm saying is it was like, okay, this is telling the Saturday Night Live guys movie from that standpoint. Like, yeah, it's the same
from the cast of Stranger Things, right?
Yeah, it's the same movie. The jokes are definitely a little more family friendly. But
they did turn down some of that because well, like you said, when the original one came out, one came out, it was the Second City Saturday Night Live guys performing for Second City Saturday Night Live fans.
Yeah, and this is a little more well rounded, and that's the flaw of the second one, is that they they don't really go for those jokes again.
You're right.
The second one, and it's a restructure of the first one. I don't understand what the hell they were doing with dang it, I forgot the name of the secretary. Annie Potts is the actress. Janine, yeah.
Janine, yes.
Yeah, I don't know what they were going with that one.
What they were going with that one, I think that is one of the things they can blame the cartoon on.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the cartoon took what was there in one, but they made it more flashy and more made her more of a little quirkier character. So by the time we get to the second movie, we got to kind of revamp what we liked about Annie Potts in the first movie and make her kind of an airhead bimbo.
And they had to give Rick Moranis more to do. So.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that even in movies that Rick Moranis stars in, I still think that they could sometimes give him more to do. Yeah, because he can do. He just that's what he can do. He just go in, fill up everything. So what he does is never enough. Is my complaint.
So
he's too good at his complaint.
Okay, so I recently maxed out my credit card to one of my employers. Recently got something that required me to get air tags. I should, if my dad wants to be clever with taxes, we could probably write that off. But I had to buy Streets of Fire, the 4K Shout Factory release that we had in store. Have you seen Streets of Fire?
No, I have not.
Okay. So this is the movie that inspired Final Fight.
Okay.
It's directed by the guy who did 48 Hours and a lot of other classic action movies, Walter Hill.
Okay.
It's called A Rock and Roll Fable. And the antagonist is a young Willem Dafoe. We're talking 1984.
Yeah, that'd be before Platoon, yeah.
Yeah, who's wandered around in Chicago. It is Chicago. With leather suspenders. That's pretty much what the character wears. Name's Raven. He kidnaps our hero's old girlfriend before he left town during a live rock concert she's performing.
Nice.
His gang does that. Rick Moranis is the new boyfriend and her agent.
Okay.
And let's just eventually say there's going to be a sledgehammer fight in the movie. So
no, you had me
yep.
at Willem Dafoe and sledgehammer fight, sir.
Yep. So something to think about. Just on the Jason. Just on the. So it's not a comedy. So it's kind of fun to see Rick Moranis try to be kind of slimy. Yeah. Bill Paxton's in it. I mean,
of course,
yeah.
Like, can we take a second to appreciate just how much he did in a very short lifespan?
I know. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
I mean, first off, he has the sci-fi trifecta of being taken out, being the only person to be taken out by an alien, a predator, and a Terminator.
Yep. Well, Lance Hendrickson got killed by a Terminator. He got killed by a predator.
Yes, he got killed by. That's right.
Yeah, and he got ripped in. His ship got ripped in half.
I take it back. Mea culpa.
Oh no, this is one this is the first time I've thought about it. It's like how many people have actually gotten to kill Dennis Hopper twice, and I think John Leguizamo is the only one who's done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Land of the Dead and the Super Mario Brothers movie. So
God bless people being able to get rights to anything and drugs, because that's the only way that movie got.
It's one of those in hindsight, like, no, it's a horrible video game movie, but as a stupid action movie,
it had nothing to do with the source material other than the names of the characters happen to have the same names as the people in the video games. Yes. That was it. Nothing.
Yeah. Nothing. No. But I didn't like it as a kid. And it's like one of those movies sorry my dad had to take us out to. If anything, we watched it at the $1 cinema by that point.
See, the funny thing is, as a kid, I think I watched that every time it came on Showtime.
Oh no!
I made my mom record it off of Showtime.
Yeah. I mean, it was one of those, like, again, screen drafts came into play. They had a video game movie draft, and I think it finished pretty high. But it's like, but they preach on how difficult it is to get now, which isn't really that bad. You can get a used copy at pretty much, I think, any disc or mega replay. But no,
and every once in a while, I've even seen it. Like, I know within the last 2 years, I've seen it in like the dollar bin at a Walmart, even.
Right, but you're not going to find it streaming, which everybody's doing now.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It probably will. Like, go and watch the direct. I have not watched the director's cut, but it's on YouTube.
God, I didn't know one existed.
Yep.
I now have a new purpose in life. I need to see this movie.
So, yeah, that's but we're a ways away from Thank You for Smoking, but there's just so many.
Sure.
Like, I still want to put a piece of cheese on a piece of American cheese on a slice of apple pie to try it.
I am fat. I am Midwestern. I am a baker. I have never done that, and I have no intention on doing it.
But it's like
I put cheese on. Look at me. I look like the kind of person that put cheese on everything, because I do, except my baked goods. My pastries do not require cheddar. Cheddar makes everything better except my Granny Smith pie.
But I mean, it's just such a great encapsulation of it was still, I'd say, burgeoning 24-hour news cycle even then in 2004, or I should say this is before,
which is so weird to say because we had already had like almost 30 years of CNN at that point.
Right, but I guess this is
CNN was the only game, but CNN was the only game in town. So if you didn't watch it, but now, like you said, now at that time, Fox News, MSNBC, all these other 24-hour news things. Like you said, back,
and
you had
your
back in the day it was the Weather Channel and CNN.
Yeah, it was just before it was. Everything was definitely in somebody's echo chamber.
Right.
Yeah. So just as that was happening. So it's a great time capsule. I mean, Aaron Eckhart is excellent. Like I'm surprised he dropped off the map.
Yeah, that's another guy who I think was very underrated and stuff. I think he was great in Aaron Brockovich.
Mm-hmm.
I think they dropped him off they tried to make him the leading guy as opposed to like we were talking about Sam Elliott here.
Yeah.
As opposed to have just sticking to him and him being, hey, that guy, the really good that guy. They went too hard to try to make him the guy, and then we got Frankenstein.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that was not one. I do want to get around the Dracula Untold just because that was supposed to be the first movie in the Universal. And
Sure.
then it bombed so bad no, the Mummy's the first movie. It's like
and I'm just kind of glad they kind of gave up on the Dark Universe. It
Yeah.
was too. I mean, the concept of it was great. I really wanted to see it, and then they just had so many problems with it. Just let it die.
Yeah.
They did with that what I believe they should have done with the DCEU for a long time.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'll say about the DCEU is like after Justice League bombed, that was like, okay, that's it. I mean, yes, yeah. I still am meaning to watch the Snyder Cut because I liked.
The Snyder Cut is the movie I wish I would have paid that much money to see in theaters.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I liked Batman v Superman. I thought it was.
I see some of the critiques, but I didn't dislike it at all. Yeah. I enjoyed it myself.
Right.
And Wonder Woman is a great movie. Aquaman was a good movie. Like we can't argue those. So I mean, they have their hits, but like we should just let it die.
Yeah. No, I mean it was rough enough after Suicide Squad, which I like. It's a bad movie. But
that's why
it's the first time we got to see Will Smith be Will Smith in a while. Like, this is the Fresh Prince if you gave him a gun.
Yeah, well, like I said, that one I do like it, but yes, have no problem saying it's a 27 times X bad movie.
Yes,
but when we get to the other Suicide Squad movie, they are just like, hey, we're gonna take the fucking brakes off, and here we go.
Yes, yeah.
And sorry for F-word.
No, nothing. I think we're still PG-13.
Okay,
we're still good. It's just a little dirty.
Okay.
It's just a little airborne. It's still good. It's gone. But it's like, thank you for smoking is why I will take David Koechner over Rob Corddry.
I agree. I don't dislike Rob Corddry, but yes, David Koechner. If we're going for like that category of dude, I'm taking David Koechner 99 times out of 98.
Yeah, and I'll probably say Rob Corddry, probably the better comedian, but
yeah,
you can't put him in movies.
As far as definitely the better comedian, but it's the better actor is Koechner. And I fell in love with him Koechner, I'm sorry. I fell in love with him going all the way back to a movie that I wish got more love, but the people who love it a lot. Out Cold.
Oh, I've not watched it, but I know there's a strong. This is like Ski School perfected from what I've heard.
Yes, if you do yourself a favor, dude, see it.
Mm.
You can definitely tell when you see it though that they shot it wanting to be an R-rated movie, and then the studio got a hold of it and said you're making a PG-13. So it was a lot of weird edits.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that weird time where Victoria Silvstedt was like, we were trying to make her
Playmate of the year 1997.
Yes. What are you doing in there?
Because a couple years before that we had Basketball. That was the movie. Like, how many Playmates can we get in the one movie? And then a couple years later she does Out Cold, and she did a few other things. But that was kind of the culmination of it, because I think that was like her only speaking role.
So, and then another actress who just disappeared. Like, well, I mean, this had to have been like 2005 because Kate Hudson was in the movie too, and that's where just as she got with Tom Cruise and like, oh no, Scientology's getting too nuts.
Yeah.
but Katie Holmes is good in it. Maria Bello though is like she kind of dropped off. I think like after the Mummy sequel where they try replacing her, replacing Rachel Weisz with her. I think everybody
like currently she can be found on NCIS if that tells you anything.
Okay, hey, at least she's working.
She's working, but we're a long way from Coyote Ugly.
Or I would probably say The Cooler.
Or one of my personal favorites. Some people, again, it's kind of divisive here. I loved History of Violence.
I am an absolute lover of that picture. It's
okay.
It's brutal. It's Cronenberg brutal, but it's grounded. Unlike Cronenberg, this is the Vigo.
Exactly. It's Cronenberg it's Cronenberg without the acid trip.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked shit about William Hurt on this because nobody talked shit about him until he died. I mean, the abusive asshole he was. But
right.
Yeah, William Hurt's excellent. Ed Harris is phenomenal.
Ed Harris, I wish he was in that movie more. He was really only in 2 scenes, but dang, were they powerful 2 scenes.
Well, and that was like everybody came to that movie maybe for like 2 days to shoot.
Yeah,
except for Vigo and Maria.
Yeah, in Maria, I think had about a week and a half.
Yeah, so
it really was like the Viggo Mortensen show because like he was the only one that was there for more than a week.
Mm-hmm. So okay, so I'm checking my time right now.
Sure.
I'm at the 101 mark, so we still got time.
Okay.
Making pretty good progress. So
yes.
All right, that was my 10. So that'll end around 11:40. Your 9:40 is going to end up around 11:40.
Yep.
So I guess it's time.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, time permitting, your main event of the evening.
Yes. So this is a movie from a guy who's got a lot of great credits for sub 100-minute movies, and I should say movies he probably didn't really direct.
Yeah, I call him the greatest director who's never actually made a film.
Yes. So let me.
I can't say his name because it's hard. I can't remember how to pronounce it right now.
It's very Greek.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing was
George P. Cosmatos.
Yes, Cosmatos. That's how you say it.
Sorry. I screwed it up. Cosmatos.
Oh, Cosmatos. And between the guy who wrote the movie wanting to make this thing, wanting to compete with, this came out within a few months of a movie called Wyatt Earp.
Yeah, just
starring,
before it.
Kevin Costner. So we had the Dealing Wyatt Earp biopics, and the original writer was wanting to make something that the Kevin Costner one comes in at like just over 3 hours.
Yeah.
If the writer would have got his way, this thing would have came in at about 5. So between an overambitious writer, a director who wasn't actually a director, this movie shouldn't have even happened.
And this is coming just a year after Unforgiven on top of everything.
Right, which some people still consider to be, and I wouldn't argue with them, still considered to be one of the greatest Westerns of all time.
Yeah.
So you're coming off one that won best director, best picture, all that stuff, and now you make this almost tongue-in-cheek Wyatt Earp biopic. But it's also an action movie at the same time. Because it's the early 90s, everything was an action movie.
Right.
So yeah, if you haven't figured out what we're talking about, by the way, do you want to have the privilege of saying the title?
Oh no, this has been your baby. We've been sitting on.
Yes, I have actually been for at least a year. I have been hounding Russ. Can we talk about Tombstone? It's one of my favorite movies. So yeah, this has been a passion project of mine. I won't even lie. But yeah, like I said, the movie shouldn't have even worked. It came out in a weird time when Westerns were on the decline anyway, but it's competing against, like I said, a year after one of the greatest movies, if not Westerns of all time, and a really good biopic on the same character, Wyatt Earp. So it was weird. It was very ambitious to even try to do this.
This is definitely like, I'd say, the first popcorn Western.
Yeah, definitely in a long time. Probably since at least 10 years since like maybe the early 80s.
Oh no, we're talking. Yeah, we're going all the way back to pretty much what John Wayne was doing at the end.
Well, I give credit again. Another Sam Elliott thing here. I give credit to like the Sackett movies of the that were done on like TV westerns of like those early. I consider those to be a really good popcorn western as well. But yes, definitely as far as like the big blockbuster, summer blockbuster type western, yeah, you're definitely right in going back to like probably the 70s with Clint Eastwood or John Wayne.
Yeah. So, that's so that's a great way to kick her all off by just saying like this is something that shouldn't have worked, and you could thank Kurt Russell for that, who's essentially
the shadow director, which many people have come forward and said, yeah, he made this movie. Plus, we're seeing that now with Kurt Russell in this day and age. He is really kind of a cowboy-esque person at heart, which you didn't necessarily see before Tombstone in your Big Troubles, in your John Carpenter action flicks. Yeah, all the stuff he was doing. And even as some of the stuff that he was doing right around this time as well, because right around this time you also got Stargate and Soldier a couple years later.
Yeah.
So
Soldier definitely underappreciated.
Very underappreciated. He says less than 100 words in the entire movie.
That beats Schwarzenegger and Terminator 2.
Yes. But yeah, like this was very out of character for at the time for Kurt Russell. Sam Elliott, again, we need a cowboy guy. Well, we've kind of said this is the first actual Western that he's actually appeared in his entire feature of a marathon of ours. Good Dinosaur aside.
Yes.
I mean, that was kind of more an ode to who the voice was.
Right. Well, and it kind of slipped on not actually talking about the character of Sam Elliott in Thank You for Smoking. He is the Marlboro man.
Right.
Stuck with the decision. He can either keep suing the tobacco industry or just take the payoff.
Right.
And that's the important message. Like, we all have the mortgage to pay. And let's just face it, we're not stupid.
Right.
Smart people just want to make the problem go away.
Exactly. But one thing that also I think another thing that saved this movie, in addition to the main reason, which I'll get to in a minute, was just the look at the cast. This is one of those movies. This is one of those movies when they do the trailer, they just mention all the people in it.
Yeah,
that's half the trailer. You had Kurt Russell. You had
Charlton Heston, Sam Elliott.
Charlton Heston. A guy from one of the guys from 90210, Jason Priestley. Billy Zane. Billy Bob Thornton.
I don't think Billy Bob got in the credits for the trailer. I mean,
they not in the original theatrical trailer, but by the time they got to releasing it on VHS, they plugged him into that one.
All right, yeah. Well, that's like just 3 years away from Sling Blade. Was Billy Bob just building up to get that? Because now he's.
I really think he was. But this cast was so stacked. But I know this is like we were talking about Sam Elliott here is kind of the through line, but the MVP of this movie, Val Kilmer, playing Doc Holliday.
Oh yeah.
Say what you will about Val Kilmer, he's a very controversial figure in Hollywood. It's a tragedy what's happened to him now that he can't really talk anymore.
Yeah,
but he gets a free pass for life just based off his performance of Doc Holliday.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's I mean, this is just one of those movies with perfect for Kurt Russell because he's just a catchphrase machine.
He is. And he says a lot of them in this, very quotable lines, and you got to do something. You're just going to stand there and bleed.
Jerk
that pistol and get to work.
Yeah. There's I've got a lot of them, and but there's also the I don't know a rich person who doesn't have a guilty conscience.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the guilty conscience. Might as well get the money.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird. The best way I could describe how he portrayed this, and it worked perfectly, if you could be a slapstick comedian but the straight man at the same time, you have Kurt Russell playing Wyatt Earp.
You can see
he does it. Yeah, he does it with full sincerity and full conviction, but he's not taking himself seriously at the same time.
Oh no, this is Jack Burton could deliver the same lines.
Exactly.
Even Snake Plissken.
Yeah, it makes a very strong compelling argument that Snake and Jack are descendants of Wyatt Earp. Like if they all exist in the same timeline, you can't tell me that's not his grandkids or something.
Yeah, no, it's not the like really. I just need a lot of money to put in this podcast so I can try getting John Carpenter and get all the answers.
Oh, yeah, but you were kind of alluding to the fact that they basically made a whole subset town of the Chinatown section for Tombstone, because like we said, we were talking about the villains of the movie, the cowboys.
Yeah.
Big financial supporters of the Chinese, because the Chinese had opium.
Yes.
And the cowboys were a biker gang.
Oh no, and it's it makes me hate Maddie even further. It's like hitting everybody up for Laudlin. You could have just gone to the den.
She is my least favorite character in that movie because she's supposed to be.
Yeah, but she did
that good? She did that good of the actress who played her. Who again, I apologize, I don't know your name, but she did such a good job of playing this character that I legitimately hated her, not because I'm supposed to, because I want to.
Okay, yeah, but it's kind of like I don't know. You could say it's the flawed hero's journey.
Definitely.
Did we really need any ladies in Wyatt's life?
Well, it's funny you say that, which is a common thing that they kind of complain about. But if you've seen the Kevin Costner version, they tell a much even broader version of this story, because it does come down to the fact that Wyatt lost his first wife to smallpox while she was pregnant with their kid, and then he ends up basically becoming friends with this hooker, who then she decides that they're now married, with Maddie, and then he falls in love with this beautiful mysterious actress.
Yeah,
it's funny, that's never been confirmed. In both movies, she is portrayed as an actress, but they always said it's never really been confirmed if she did any of that. She was just hot.
Yeah.
So what else would a hot person do in 1863?
Right. So it was Dana Willard Nicholson. Is Maddie Earp.
I could not tell you another thing she's done, but I do know
when I see the word,
did a very good job of doing this.
Okay. Yeah, she was in Fletch, and the other credit they have her in is The Night We Never Met.
Oh wow! So a movie that came out like 10 plus years before this, and a movie you've never heard of.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick, Jean Triplehorn, and Annabella Sciorra. She's she's not top billed in that movie. Same year, 93. So
okay.
So that's other things about this. Like, did this movie cut the legs out of Jason Priestley? Because on 90210, he was definitely the pussy compared to Luke Perry.
Well, but again, like you said, Luke Perry, Jason Priestley. Who you going with here? You're going Luke Perry 99 times out of 100.
Yeah.
But yes, but then you're right. They put him in here. They never blatantly say that the character of Billy that he plays is a homosexual, but it's heavily implied that
I didn't even really he's a little fey, but I wasn't going to go that far. We're talking Blue Power Ranger vibes.
Because he is very enamored with this actor played by Billy Zane, again, who will never flat out say is a homosexual, but is heavily implied.
Yes.
So I mean, when you have him playing a pussy on TV every week on Fox, and then you have him playing the most effeminate character in a Western, it does kind of take everything and skew it and say, well, he can't really be the guy because he's being the guy.
Yeah.
You know.
I think he may have tried overcompensating it from that race car career, which
Yes.
Yeah.
He's basically saying, like, no, I'm a manly man. Despite what the entire decade of the 1990s tells you.
You're right. So
then you have Luke Perry, who's so macho his kid has to become a wrestler just to continue the macho-ness.
But thinking about Billy Zane, though, it's like Billy Zane, is pretension his gimmick?
Okay. Yeah, that's a really good question. And definitely
I'm not saying he's a bad actor by any sense.
No. I mean, it definitely works for this character. Because basically, you're taking an actor from like the 1870s or 80s, whatever it was, but he really thinks that he's like Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt in a level of like admiration and just awesomeness that he should have around him. So I think having a person like Billy Zane, who's kind of known for being that weird, quirky dude,
right?
Played it perfect.
We're talking like Titanic is a horribly written movie, but
yes, he makes
Billy
it
Zane,
work. He makes his scenes he makes them work because he's the kind of scene chewer and overactor. I'm not saying it was in bad connotation, because you need those guys sometimes. You need the guy that's going to just sink his teeth into whatever you give him and turn chicken S into chicken salad.
Yes. That's almost redundant. Sorry, you just have to say chicken because of the S and S, chicken shit in the chicken salad.
Fair enough.
Yeah, chicken poop, I guess, but that does not have like
chicken manure.
Yeah, I mean that's a curse word. Like, why are we so upset that why did, aside from South Park explaining it?
Right. That episode, which I still think should have won all the awards.
Yes. I mean, why can't we curse? Why can't we just come up with even more heinous ways of saying poop?
Because shit really is very effective.
Yeah.
There's horse crap, bull crap, chicken crap. You're full of crap.
Yeah.
You're a piece of crap.
But I'm just saying, we're talking about the worst thing out there.
Yeah.
And we have to say this word is too much for it.
Yeah. I agree.
This isn't like bitch, twat.
Right. The big ones.
Yeah.
Now it's funny because they do have some creative language as far as cursing of the time in Tombstone and actual curse words.
Oh yeah, the cur.
Yeah, cur was used a lot.
Pimp is you're just making money. You're not. Yeah. No, you're not whoring.
Yeah, or say you're not sugar bear on the corner with his ladies.
You're just taking advantage of
the system to get money, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we've talked about some of the quotable lines, and which always also include good scenes. What's your favorite line in your favorite scenes in Tombstone?
Oh, I mean the entire Johnny Ringo, Doc Holliday first meeting.
Yeah.
The
Latin.
Well, yeah, but it's
the
like
Latin. Yeah,
he knows this guy idolized him, and he has aspirations of replacing him.
Yes, and he's like, I hate
him.
You don't even know. Yeah, you don't even know him. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's got
something around the eyes.
And
reminds me of me.
Yes, it's like the entire
I'm sure
bit. Yes, and then the entire I kind of felt sad. I was at
the pencil spinning aspect also.
Right. I was at my the job where we actually met in person.
Yes.
And they were clearing out old product, and one of them was Stoli's with the Moscow Mule cups. and like, hey, you want one?
Okay, yes.
Sure. And I start doing that. Why are we like Tombstone? Like,
Yeah, like yeah, again, there's a great scene. If you haven't seen it, first off, what's wrong with you? You know, Johnny Ringo, like Russ has said, wants to be Doc Holliday, wants to be, replace him. So he's doing all this fancy gun spinning, just really impressive stuff. I mean, let's not undercredit. And then Doc Holliday's simple response: take this little tin cup that he has, no bigger than a shot glass with a little handle. He does the exact same stuff, very casually at first, and then in a mocking manner.
yes.
So basically, he's saying, "Oh, you can do that? Cool. I'm still better than you, and I've been on a 5-day bender."
Yeah, and he's basically just trying to establish that you should still be afraid of me.
Yeah.
Welcome here.
Like
I am everything you've heard.
Yeah. I'm dying because I have tuberculosis and probably a bunch of stuff that hasn't been discovered yet.
Gosh.
I smoke too much. I'm a drunk. I'm past my physical and mental prime because this man was an educated doctor. The reason that it was called Doc Holliday, he was a dentist. So I mean, he was a smart guy, but he just let drugs and alcohol essentially and women ruin his life. And but he's still saying, like, on my worst day, you're still my bitch.
Yes. But I would not mind a Johnny Ringo origins movie.
No, absolutely. And I
mean, this is a guy who didn't shoot anybody in the opening scene until the priest.
Yeah, this is a guy when they do the opening massacre that shows how bad the Cowboys are. Again, they were basically they were Hell's Angels before Hell's Angels, if you needed a description. Yeah, like I said, everybody's blowing away these Mexican federales and a wedding party, and even before they violate and murder the bride, and Johnny Ringo is just sitting on his horse, just cool cucumber, just sitting there. It's not until a priest starts to make prophecies of the apocalypse.
Yes,
that he just goes, phew.
Right. Oh, and I love the at the end, with when Doc really goes into his hypocrisies.
Yes.
Like my hypocrisies know some bounds, and then I was just talking to that priest about the Church of Rome. I suppose my hypocrisies are boundless. You aren't a hypocrite, Doc. You just like to pretend you're one.
You pretend to be one. Like I said, there's so many good lines, and they almost all of them come from Val Kilmer. But yeah, I think my favorite line in the movie is the one that you see in the trailer, you see in all the commercials. You tell him I'm coming, you cur, and I'm coming to get all you curs. You tell him I'm coming, and hell's coming with me. You hear me? Hell's coming with me. Which actually goes back to the prophecy that the priest was saying before getting shot by Johnny Ringo.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it kind of ties it's the start of the third act. It ties the very beginning of the movie to everything that you're about to see, and it's just again. Kurt Russell was going for broke. He's like, I'm going to win an award or die trying. It was one of them performances,
But yeah, with Doc Holliday, it's kind of like, and it's even a story I think with Wyatt Earp, outgrowing your vices.
Yes,
like because again, we've discussed Earp's history, and it's like
he was a workaholic.
Well, yeah. But the entire Joanna Pacula character, as Kate, you are a good lady, but then again, you might just
be the
Antichrist.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, and it's just like, I don't know. At work, it's like I talked about my ex-girlfriend Allie, and she was kind of reserved, like. She wasn't impressed by The Nice Guys as our first date movie.
Sure.
Like, come on. And it's like, and then that coworker's like, I just don't picture you with anybody's, so high strung. I'm thinking you or somebody who likes, still looking for that. So it's kind of like,
And
I mean, yeah, you want to help your best friend out and kill a bunch of
sure.
curs, but
I would say, yeah, you want to be there. I mean, he was the original.
I couldn't get over Kate.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And another good Doc line from the movie. It's the introduction scene. He's sitting there. He's getting in an argument with Sylvester Stallone's brother at a poker
Frank.
game.
Yep.
And
Which I didn't catch until like I'm reading the IMDb.
Yeah.
Again, it's like Billy Bob Thornton. You just like, no, that's not that skinny guy.
Years later, I was watching the credits. Like, oh yeah, that was Frank. Okay, yeah, but yeah, he's sitting there at the table again. For Frank Stallone's character, he's standing up and he's yelling and he's getting his face. And again, Doc just sitting there close to him and we're going, "We cross." If we weren't friends, I just don't know what I'd do with myself.
I just couldn't bear it.
Yeah, and he takes the
pistol,
laid him on the table. Look, now we can be friends again.
You're not wearing a busset.
How do you? And the way he delivered the lines, because if I'm not mistaken, Doc Holliday was from Georgia, but he also spent time in New Orleans, so that's kind of why he has like that weird accent, which is weird because like Val Kilmer, he did not grow up in that way, but just the way he chose to do the accent and the deliveries for Doc, it was so good.
There's a podcast on the Ringer Network, the Rewatchables. They did Tombstone.
Okay.
But this is one of the big ones that saying you can't give the Oscars out the year after the movies were released.
Yeah.
You got to wait 5 years.
Yeah.
See how everything settles down.
Who are we still talking about 5 years from now?
Right.
And the performance, like I said, that movie, I believe, is 30 years this year.
Yep. No, we had to do it now, or we weren't going to do it.
Yeah, we're still quoting it. It's still like one of the highest viewed movies on syndicated TV. It's still like getting residuals as far as DVD sales, which is amazing considering they've never done any kind of special edition. It's the version they released in like 94, and that's it.
Yeah, I just have like the Blu-ray I'm watching. It's just the and the director's original storyboards.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a DVD version. It's like, again, the original, but it does have a nice little documentary to it. But it's
there's the documentary.
It's just like this kind of quick little nice, but like as far as special features or director's cuts or the stuff that we usually do for 30th year celebrations, we ain't got that, which I think is kind of a crime in of itself.
All right, so the winner of the Oscar for films from 1993 in supporting actor was Tommy Lee Jones for The Fugitive.
Okay.
So I mean
it's hard to fight that. I mean, that was a really good performance too. I think the winner should have been decided in a bare knuckle boxing match between Tommy Lee Jones and Val Kilmer.
I'd put my money on Lee Jones.
Oh yeah, all day. I mean, because like that. Like, he's legitimately been in bare knuckle boxing fights. Like, after he was doing movies, like that's just something he does on a Tuesday.
Oh,
to work out.
Don't threaten me with a good time. That's my.
I mean, that's something he does in between flicks to work out the demons.
Yeah. Oh no. I can relate. My prime, which is sad, was in wrestling. Oh, my prime was 2007, but back in 2003 when our Next Generation Wrestling was renting out the boxing/wrestling ring to a bar for tough man fights, and nobody really remembers the tough man fights, the tough man contest.
The tough man competition's kind of like the early predecessor to UFC.
Oh yeah, no, they've been happening for a good 20 years.
No, yeah,
and I fought in two of the name brand ones. So
okay. I mean, as far as, we're talking about tough guy competitions, I can't believe I'm going to utter this movie. And you know what movie I'm about to say, starring Terry Bollea, No Holds Barred.
Yes. It's a tough one to find now. It's not on streaming anywhere.
Oh, you can't even find that thing on a bootleg DVD. Like
Oh, it was like when
everybody,
it,
like WWE, any studio that helped Hulk Hogan, anybody that had anything to do with this movie, with the exception of Tiny Zeus Lister, buried the hell out of that thing.
you sure? Because it was like when they finally released it on DVD, it was like the number one DVD of the week.
Right, but that's the thing. It took 25 years for that. They had to bury it for 25 years and then do that for it to become what it was.
Right.
It's
Like
it's one of those ones where like it's so bad we're gonna hide it, but people want it, but we're gonna give
so.
it to them in a couple of decades.
Oh, so I mean, that was one of my that's what inspired my wrestling blog. Was basically I wrote a blog saying that a series of blogs basically saying that No Holds Barred is Vince McMahon's Mein Kampf.
Yeah, I mean, like in true fashion of the uncreativity, I don't know if this was a genius move where they were making fun of actual tough guy competitions,
Oh, the
or if
Battle of
this
the Tough Guys. Yeah.
yeah, Battle of the Tough Guys. I don't know if that's their tongue in cheek kind of them ribbing on tough guy competitions, or if that's the best they could come up with. If you've seen this movie, it could go either way.
I am thinking I really don't think there's any ribs in it. I think it's like, well, this is the best I could come up with. I keep in mind, I think Vince McMahon wanted the WrestleMania was not the first name Vince McMahon wanted to use for it.
No, it was something even weird.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. The fact that they are still using the name WrestleMania 40 years later, because that was a very 80s, very that like when that came out in 83, 84, yes, it made sense to use that word. But WrestleMania today is just a very weird thing to say.
Yeah, I mean, well, thankfully there's AEW now to kind of put wrestling back into it, but
and it's funny. This whole episode we've been talking about like the supporting actor because that's where that's where Sam Elliott finds himself in a lot of times. If we're going to talk about best supporting actor for No Holds Bar, and again, it's one of those cases where I'm not even sure if he knew he was in the movie. Stan Hansen.
Kurt Fuller chews up so much scenery, though.
Yeah, he definitely gets the award for best bad guy, scene chewer, all this. But as far as us, like, you get gold.
No, this
you're getting gold every time he pops up on screen. Stan Hansen.
Yes, no, it's tough year though for that because Terry Funk was in Roadhouse.
Right. Yes.
And
for those of you who might not be familiar, Stan Hansen, like Terry Funk, just beat down brawler, Japanese legend, violent dude.
Yeah. Stan Hansen knocked the eyeball out of Big Van Vader. I've got that DVD.
All right, so he knocked his eyeball out. This was the guy that would go who would relish having matches with Bruiser Brody, and no one wanted to have a match with Bruiser Brody.
Well, he was legally blind. I think he could only see maybe through his peripherals.
Yes.
So, if you're going to in a match with, I'd rather face Brody because there's a chance Brody might hold up if he likes you.
This is true.
Stan Hansen, no, he's got to swing.
He's going to hurt you.
Yes, he can't help it. He's going.
Yeah,
and I think Necro.
Yeah,
and I think Necro Butcher suffered from the same thing. Necro Butcher from the wrestler.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying he was legally blind. I met Darren once.
It's amazing. They always want to, when it comes to wrestling, they always want to talk about steroids and drugs. They never talk about the fact that some of these guys just should not be physically able to do it because they're blind.
Yes.
Or stuff like that.
Yeah, no. Oh no, it's well, I mean, it goes back to the tough man concept. I struggled basically because all right, I'm going to finish college and get my wrestling training paid for because that's what my parents want me to do. That's our deal. But I got to come out. If I'm going into wrestling, I got to be something. That's why I fought in the Tough Man contest in 2001 and 2002. and a little bit of stupidity on my behalf because they really only showed the heavyweight fights where people are just swinging wildly on
Right,
FX.
right. And which is why
I got knocked out by a UFC fighter in my second fight.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I would see. I'm so glad that when this was a thing in like 2000, 2001, 2002, I was in the military, so I couldn't do anything stupid.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee, because I was the guy watching those things at the bar going, yeah, I can do that. So yeah,
oh, I was that.
If I didn't have the government contract saying, hey, if you get hurt, we can throw you in jail for destruction of government property. I've watched them. No, I'm serious, because the Army will hit you with an Article 15 if you get a sunburn. Oof. Destruction of government property.
Damn. Yeah, no, I eventually became a bar's cooler in a sense. Like, oh, this guy's talking shit. He's ducking people. You're 5.5 feet tall. He'll fight you. Put him away. Yeah. And I would do it. So, which hurt my wrestling career because, like, I'm a legitimate tough guy, and then my gimmick, the student of the game. I'd come to the ring with my glasses on and the complete idiot's guide to professional wrestling. It's like, I can make something out of this. No, we just want you to be the nerd, the chicken shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
see, that was where I did okay when I did wrestling, is the fact that I am a giant, angry looking person. So like, hey, we can do something with that. I'm like, cool, yes. Great.
All right. So I'm trying to get back to my notes right now. So just the scene on the screen. Which was better?
Okay.
I am one with the Force is with me. Or
okay.
No.
Oh. No. Oh, those were both great scenes. I've never compared them to this moment, and I really should have. I'm gonna have to give it to my boy Kurt. I mean, as great as the scene with
Donnie
that was Donnie Yen.
Yes,
that was Donnie Yen doing the Force walking through a hail of laser fire. I'm sorry, a man walking through a river with a shotgun that only has 2 shells in it, just walking through a hail of bullets, just saying the word no repeatedly. And the best part is that's been confirmed. That's how it went down, folks. He walked into a hail of gunfire and never had a scratch. People kind of don't talk about, as far as the real White Up is concerned, he was never shot. He was never injured. He was never stabbed. A couple of sucker punches. That's about it.
Jeez.
Like hear the story, like watch the OK Corral battle. Who's the only one that doesn't get hurt?
Well, that was something taught in history classes.
Yeah, I would say like Wyatt Earp was just the toughest / luckiest man on the planet.
Yes. I did not, but how they shot that. This is the first time I noticed that. Curly Bill Powers Booth went out to welcome him. Like, that was the dumbest thing you could have, like.
Yeah, he calls off the boys like, whoa, quit shooting. Let's let this badass who's already walked through you shooting at him to get closer, and I'm gonna take you 1-on-1. No, you ain't. Because one, you already have, like, you only got these 2 little pistols. You don't even check to see if you still have any rounds. He's got a double barrel loaded.
Yes, well, that's the important lesson of this movie, is always count the bullets.
Yes.
Like when the sheriff gets killed by Curly Bill.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I'd say manslaughter still. Like, it'd be tough. It'd be tough to prove that he.
Yeah, but I love the argument of the crooked judge, though. Well, did you actually see the shooting? No, you can't have a murder without a witness. The deuce.
Yes. Yeah, so it's like just always count the bullets. We learned that back. I mean, Dirty Harry taught us that first.
Oh yeah. I love that, like, as crazy and over the top as, say, like a John Wick movie is, they show proper weapons technique in, loading and making sure you in round accountability. So I love
have you seen 4 yet?
I haven't seen 4 yet.
Oh. just
I've heard
one
nothing but I've heard nothing but chef's kisses and
Yes.
applause for that movie.
So, oh, another good line. Just looking at my notes.
Sure.
And as I say, I don't know if we need the ladies in the movie, but I'll be damned. You may be if you get lucky.
Yes, that's another thing that I love about this movie is you can tell that Doc and Wyatt are nothing but just, I mean, yes, they're cool dudes, but at the end of the day, they're just dumb. They're dumb buddies. They hang out, they have their own inside jokes, they talk shit about each other. Probably when they should be like, saying, "Hey, you might be damned when your wife's sitting right next to you." I mean, yeah, Doc is that best friend that you have to like. You see the memes all the time, like I'm the best friend you have to introduce by making an apology for. That was Doc for Wyatt, but Wyatt never made the apology.
Yes.
He took Doc flat out. Like, this is how I want my Doc. I want him drunk. I want him belligerent. I want him to be an asshole. But that's my boy.
Yes. Let's see. Other things were coming up on the Ringo showdown.
Yes.
Oh, that's just an excellent dynamic again, though, with Curly Joe and Johnny Ringo.
Yes.
And
the Curly Bill Johnny Ringo dynamic was very good as well, because you had one that hated his very existence.
Yes.
And then you had the other one that was basically a hopped up 12-year-old.
Right. Well, I would say,
no impulse at all.
Yeah. No, Kilmer's speech about Ringo.
Yes.
Is just
great empty hole in the middle of him. He's angry at what? For being born.
Yeah. He wants revenge. That's the only thing that'll make him happy. And like he just wants to be a force of destruction.
Yeah, like it kind of like the line from Michael Caine from
Batman, The Dark Knight.
I'm sorry, Dark Knight. Some people just want to watch the world burn, and when I hear that, I automatically think Johnny Ringo. Like he just wanted it all done.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Curly Bill. You had Curly Bill, the superior in the ranking structure. By the way, he was in charge, and Ringo was the underling. But at the same time, like I said, this is what happens when 12-year-olds snort Adderall. No impulse control. Like if we were ever to do that's the closest thing we're gonna get to a live action Tigger. Okay, like that's just a ball of bouncing stupidity and just pure id.
Let's see. So, once we get to the OK Corral shootout, I think this is kind of a movie that I think we have more fun just waiting for the setup of everything. Yeah. I mean, it's such a real we could keep building this world further and further and not have any action.
Exactly, and Tombstone and the Wyatt Earp movie that Coster did were obviously not the first movies done about Wyatt Earp. There were movies being done about him in his lifetime.
Yes, no, he died in 1929.
Yeah, there was Hollywood stars as pallbearers in his. That was how he spent his later years as a consultant making westerns on Hollywood sets.
Yes.
So, but yeah, so like I said, lots of movies have been made about him, but most of those movies ended 3 seconds after the OK Corral shootout. That was like the big crescendo of the movie. In Tombstone, it was maybe the halfway mark.
Yeah, no, this is now we got a different movie. We got a revenge movie. Because, I mean, as I say, the right wing elements, when you have just the random executions, feel bad for the guy in the opium den.
That's something that is, I do actually like Western history and stuff like that. So the Western historians talk about the vengeance ride, the hell ride, as some people call it, which is the third act of that movie. Where like you said, writing people down, just the blatant executions in hotel rooms with prostitutes, or just riding up on a whole bunch of people where they were maybe just half asleep, but they didn't even care. They just would ride in and shoot them. it like Doc says, it's not revenge, it's a reckoning.
Okay, yeah. But it's like, oh, the corruption as you see
Sure.
Wyatt Earp tying a red sash on a hung body. It's like,
Yeah.
was he a cowboy or did you carry one? Is this your bloody glove?
Is this your yeah, is this your message? Like, hey, this is what happens if you're a cowboy, or like you said, or is this just like, hey, this is my frame job? You know, this is my bloody glove.
Like,
like you said, yeah.
What was it, Dave Fishbell? Sprinkle a little crack on him.
Yeah, Chris Rock has a funny one. Put a mixtape in their pocket. Oh, this is a rap killing.
Okay, let's see. I would really wish, like, the thing they should have done right after this, they should have made Kilmer and Russell the feral and oh shoot, dang it, I'm blanking on his name. Step Brothers.
Okay, the Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
Yes, like I would love a cop movie.
I would have watched that. If we've mentioned a few of the people I'm about to mention here already today, I just love like the next thing that Kilmer does after this is he takes almost all personality out of him, plays Bruce Wayne, and lets Tommy Lee Jones go ape shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's well, I think he didn't he well no, that probably was earlier, the one where he's the Native American FBI agent.
Yes. That came out circa 91-ish.
Okay.
I think it came out like right after Dances with Wolves, because the big selling point that was Native American, and it had a lot of the actors from Dances with Wolves in the Native American side of it, because not a lot of work. Let's face it.
Right.
So that was the big
never mind. It was probably shot in Canada because that's where you actually have thriving native populations.
You're right. And even then, you have to say thriving with a quotation mark.
Yes, no, not as casino based.
You're right. Yeah, unfortunately, up there it's like they still actually have like a lot of the native customs. Where down here it's like, oh, we have to run a casino.
Yes. Yeah. So other elements like Stephen Lang is weird to see as a chicken shit now.
Yeah, because you think of him now, you think of like him in Avatar, you think of him in the Don't Breathe movies, but when you get
VFW,
yes, when you see him here, he wants to be the tough guy, but as soon as someone turns on him, he's a little chicken. He's just a yellow belly cur, to quote Wyatt.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it is weird to see him who campaigned hard to be Cable in Deadpool 2, and I wouldn't have minded seeing it, but he campaigned hard for that role.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's just hard to see him, like you said. It's weird. Like I didn't even realize that was him for the longest time, because he is a little chubbier. He is a little, he doesn't, he's not a tall person. You see him in the movie where he's a badass. He does have this big imposing figure. And here's the first time we kind of peel back all that shininess. Like, we got this little dude, little paunch, like, meh, 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 meh. Oh, yeah. He reminds me of like a Chihuahua.
Yes.
Small
dog. Yeah, small dog syndrome.
Small dog, big mouth, and talking smack. And then when the Great Dane turns around and says, "What?" The Chihuahua's hauling butt.
Mm-hmm. So that's
So yeah, it's very weird to see him as a chicken.
So
I know this is. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, did you catch the train car that the Earps left on?
I have not. I've heard about this, but you'll have to help me out here. I've heard it has
5150.
Yeah. Okay. That is, which code is that? That's not. Is that the suicide?
No. You can be voluntarily committed for 72 hours.
Oh, that's right. That's what they did. Yeah, that's right. That's what they did to Steve-O to get him clean.
Yeah. Yep. So that just tells you shit's going to get crazy in sport.
Yeah.
It's just like a funny little gag. Like you didn't need it, but yeah, you got guys doing. They must have predicted podcasts. Like,
oh, definitely. It is weird to see like the little Easter eggs they'll put in movies like that. Like, hey, we're literally telling you everything's gonna go batshit crazy by the train number.
right?
You know?
Yeah, it's a. Yep. So I'm looking through my notes. Oh, so there's the bit about poker.
Yes.
I just got us the Pharaoh game. Oh, that is wrong. Why? What you always said?
Yes.
Gambling is a reasonable trade. No, I said poker.
Yeah, because Pharaoh, I've tried to learn the rules of it a bunch of times. It is a confusing game. It is a game that definitely favors the house, like Doc says. Whereas poker, it is one of I myself, if I do go gambling, I don't go near a machine. I'm probably playing blackjack, but I will also play poker because I'm not playing against technology or an algorithm. I'm playing against the person right there.
Yes. Oh, I'm a roulette guy. Just goes on yeah, you just read the numbers, you hope the trend continues, and then you walk out. Yeah, with that but poker is essentially basketball when you look at it.
Okay, yeah, you have my attention.
Yeah, it's just basically like, oh, hey, watch me. Yeah, I'm just saying.
We can do this now. We can do this now. Yeah. Okay, I see it.
Yeah. So, basketball is one I've been wanting to do. I love the movie. I think it's so like
I will have to find a version and fresh it up on it, but I will gladly do that one with you.
Right, because it's
you
just like
you described like the movie I was watching 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
Like if I'm at a buddy's house on a Friday. Well, yeah, if I'm at a buddy's house on a Friday night, we're getting pizza. We've done been to Blockbuster. We got basketball again.
Yes, I mean it's just that. I mean it was like because we did nothing but crappy parody movies by that point. Like let's put Leslie Nielsen into something else. And Dracula Dead and Loving It isn't as bad as it.
I was about to say. Naked Gun 1, Naked Gun 2, Dracula Dead and Loving It, those are all fine, but we had to do Naked Gun 3. We did Spy Hard. We did Mr. Magoo. We did all
Wrongfully
these
Accused.
It's like we're doing all these spoofy movies, and quite frankly, movies that are taking what Leslie Nielsen did all the way back in Airplane and saying tinkle tinkle.
Yeah.
We're peeing all over it here.
Yeah. So that's yeah.
And I'll even throw this one into that batch, even though I kind of love this movie. It's one of my guilty pleasures. Surf Ninjas.
Okay, I've never gotten around to Surf Ninjas.
Oh, buckle up. If you want to see some weird choices to do with Leslie Nielsen in your movie, Surf Ninjas is your movie. He's the villain.
Okay. All right. Sounds like it's up there with...
He plays a dictator to an Asian country.
I don't know. Raul Julia set a high bar for that one.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, if we were to put the two side by side on like Raul Julia knew it was going to be bad, but tried to make it good. Leslie just said, and where do I cash my check?
Well, so in my peripheral, we just had the Ringo Kilmer fight.
Yes, such a good showdown.
I mean,
we set it up earlier in the movie. They wanted to fight then, and then we finally get the payoff. And that's when you realize Johnny doesn't want this fight.
Yes,
because he's not even getting Wyatt. And the whole movie he's talking about, I want Holiday. I'm going to replace Holiday. I'm better than Holiday. And then when the moment finally happens, you see it in his eyes for a second before he says, let's do this. You see, oh, this is the moment where he realized he effed up.
Yes. I mean, and it's very, let's say, closer to tune with a samurai showdown. We're talking Kurosawa stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So,
It's not your traditional Western. It's not high noon. It's not Main Street. It's not 30 paces in draw. These guys are 10 feet away from each other max.
if
They're
that,
circling
yeah.
each other. Yeah, they're circling each other in a grove of trees, like you said. Very Kurosawa, very samurai showdown type stuff.
Like a headshot's the only thing you can expect.
Yeah, and the fact that he hits the headshot, holsters the pistol, and then proceeds to talk smack before the guy hits the ground.
Yes. Like,
Mwah.
I mean, that's just the worst place to get, like, I'd say the worst place to get shot, because like I hear you get hit in the back of the head, not knowing it, or straight through.
Right.
You're gonna hit the ground before you know you're dead.
Well,
this is like, I've heard stories of people in the Civil War who've gotten those through the head.
Well, I mean, it goes back to a weird scene that actually has a lot of science, and I can't believe I'm bringing this one up. In Scream 4, Anthony Anderson gets stabbed right in the middle of the forehead, and then proceeds to get up, say a few lines, swing, and then fall down and deliver a funny line. That only happened because Wes Craven actually heard reports of that happening to a person. So Johnny Ringo catching a bullet to the head and still being semi-conscious enough to probably register the shit talking that Doc Holliday is doing to him. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You can see the whole time he can't do anything. He's gurgling, he's trying, but that's everything shutting down. But like the will is still there. The brain's just not letting him.
Right. So that it's kind of a dickhead move, in a sense, to talk shit as like.
Oh well, I mean, the thing is though, at this point in the movie, Doc's character has bought in such enough equity with all the coolness and the James Dean of it all that he could be the prick in this moment because he's bought in the equity.
Right. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, Michael Biehn, this is like, how the hell does he not, like, I've done a podcast dedicated to Michael Biehn movies. I love him.
I mean, yes, he was in Navy SEALs. Have you ever? We love to make fun of Navy SEALs, but have you ever watched it? It wasn't that bad.
No.
Mainly
Bill Paxton's in it.
Bill Paxton's in it. Once again, another through line of this whole episode. Dennis Haysbert was in it. Charlie Sheen was on coke.
Yeah.
But that's it. But like, you look at the Terminator movies. You look at even the scene that was cut out of Terminator 2 that he was in.
Yeah.
One of the better scenes that was there. Like, how this guy does it do more. Just
the
based
Abyss.
Off, the Abyss,
The Rock. I mean,
and even in The Rock, people don't. By the time you get to The Rock, people don't realize that's him.
Yeah, you're right.
By the time you get to the mid late '90s, people are kind of like, oh, like I like that character, but they don't realize, well, he's been around for 15 years doing big things in big movies, like you said. You mentioned The Abyss and the Terminator movies alone.
Aliens,
but Aliens, but obviously he's in the Cameron camp for sure. But by the time you get to The Rock, it's just like, oh, he's just the guy that they had be the guy who's the good leader dude.
Yeah, but thinking about supporting actors again, though, it's like there's no, like, this in this West, there were no Italians. Like, because I say that because I guess
you have to be closer to Chicago or New York City.
I mean,
for that.
Have you seen Last Man Standing, Bruce Willis?
Oh
yeah. I mean, that's like the only time I know of Italians in the West was the mob war.
It's funny. It's funny. Yeah, the only time you see Italians in a period piece like that is if we're in Chicago or New York, and the only time you see him is more than just and I say this loosely, more than just a stereotypical character is in period pieces in the 20s. But even then, they're still the stereotypical mobster, stuff like that. Untouchables comes to mind.
Yes, but I say supporting actors, like, where was Joey Pants?
Yeah.
Joe Pantoliano.
Could you imagine Joey Pants in a scene with Billy Bob? Like if he was the guy that Billy Bob was yelling at to put out the cigar.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like let's let that character have a little bit more bite to him. I want to see the interaction between Billy Bob as the grumpy gambler dealer guy, and just the degenerate smacking gambler of Joey Pants.
Yeah, no, yeah. You got to make sure he's got a few lines.
You can't tell me you couldn't have plugged him into that movie somehow.
Yes. Oh no, that's another rewatchables category. Would this movie be better with Danny Trejo, Steve Buscemi, Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, I mean, and you could, you brought up Trejo. He could have been one of the Cowboys. He could have been the token Mexican that they had, and just plug him in there.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, that's but thinking about dick moods, like, I don't know if I would leave the biography I've written about somebody in their lap as they're dying. They can't read it, they can't critique it. I mean, thank God he was Doc Holliday was more fascinated with the fact he died with his boots off.
Yeah. And the fact that he could actually the fact that you could see his toes, he wasn't wearing his boots, he was in bed.
He thought he was going to die.
Yeah, the last place he expected to die. Yeah, he figured he was going to die in some smoky saloon, bottle of whiskey, got caught doing something in a card game, running his mouth, something, but not laying in bed. Just okay, I'm time to go.
Well, that's leads me to probably my actual favorite line in the movie, not scene.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, you've been hitting it pretty hard, Doc. Maybe you should take some time to, chill out. Nonsense, Wyatt. I have not yet begun to defile myself.
He'd been on a 36-hour bender.
Yes.
And just again, just the homie trying to get homie to go pass out on the couch. We'll do it again tomorrow, buddy. You need some sleep. Nonsense. I have not yet begun to defile myself. And then he grabs him and like, come on, like, do not paw at me, sir. I will not paw at.
Yeah, I guess my only other note. Well, I have one note, like the Wild West. Like, I think that could be a good, like how they set it up could be a good with just the sheer corruption. So that's something I'm disappointed at in the final rundown where we see Ike throw away his sash. You see Behan ahead of him.
Yeah.
Like, and we don't get to see Behan get gunned down.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like in both movies, they kind of leave Behan's fate kind of ambiguous.
Yeah.
But then like I said, they show Ike throwing away the thing, and he got beheaded a couple years later at a robbery in Mexico.
Right.
Like he was trying to steal horses in Mexico, I believe, and they caught him and they chopped his damn head off.
Yeah. But the Behan and the corruption, like, yes. I'm the county sheriff.
Yeah, I'm the county sheriff. I'm the captain of the fire brigade, vice president of the bipartisan anti-Chinese league. I'm on the housing commission. I'm on, he's in everything, but he's a douche, so everything is not good.
Yes. No, it's like was this Russia circa 1993?
Well, I mean, there's a reason that when you look at like the rise of, they consider the Cowboys to be the first example of organized crime in America. I've compared them a couple times now to a biker gang. There's a reason that all that stuff kind of popped up out. It made its name in the East later, but it all was born in the West because, like you said, the phrase Wild West is the perfect phrase. It was crazy because it was too many people going into X amount of land very quickly. We didn't have time to establish, an infrastructure of law. We didn't have a time to, it was just people showing up. I want the money. I want land. I want this. I want that. And yeah, it was just crazy. So that's why it was like the birthplace of organized crime and, biker gangs and stuff like that.
Well, I'm just saying the fall of the Soviet Union, It's like,
sure. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
you
yeah.
had
As far as everybody having their fingers in the pie
right,
and stuff
yeah,
like that. It's like in the example of Behan, who had every one of his fingers in all the pies.
right, like which you'd have to do, I'd say, after the fall of the Soviet Union because nobody actually
Sure.
had wealth. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so I'm going to gobble up every little seat of power I can, consolidate that, and then I'm going to get some money.
yeah. So, one last question: was Wyatt stooping Josephine Dana Delaney before everything went to shit?
Abso-friggin-lutely. They
Okay.
have that scene, where they ride their horses at a full tilt down a hill because one's in heat and they need to separate them. But like, no, we'll just ride down this hill like a crazy person and ride it out of them. And I'm an oak, all right. Again, another one of those great lines. I'm an oak, all right. Hauls ass after her. You can't tell me after they ran those horses to death, they didn't go a couple laps.
Yeah, no, now that I think about it, it's like, have I, not to be an asshole, but yeah, I guess I have done that to a significant other. So
yeah, you do the crazy thing, and
and
then
then
you
you
do the
go
crazy
back to him
thing.
and like, let's do this, let's fix it. I
Like,
don't want to do
yeah, like,
crazy
hey,
anymore.
yeah, let's move, and just live out of hotels. Like, what?
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's not a good thing to think about, like, oh, what would Kurt Russell's characters do? And like, oh, no, now I'm just gonna end up finding an amnesiac at some point.
Right. Well, like in this movie in Tombstone, they do make it a little bit more ambiguous. Like, were they stooping before he split up from his wife, before the hell ride?
Yeah.
Did he settle down with her? In the Wyatt Earp movie, they make no bones about it. Before the OK Corral, he was stooping her.
Okay.
Like, yeah, what? Yeah, Wyatt was not the moral high code that we kind of think he was. He was just a guy that was, again, he worked cattle towns as a buffalo hunter and then as a bartender, and then one day he wound up sheriff, and he just became good at doing that, and that's what he was.
But yeah. Well, and as for the where he fell into, again, it's kind of the right wing wet dream in a sense.
Definitely. Well, I mean, he was the son of a judge who went to school to become a lawyer and was clerking for a lawyer when his first wife passed away from smallpox. I mean, this is a guy that wanted to be an upstanding, righteous man. It's just that bad luck happened and he became an alcoholic horse thief who had to go on the run and eventually became the world's most well-known lawman.
Yeah. So as to say, it's just more of like the entire hell run. Like,
yes,
is the only reason to have a god just so he can sort them all out.
Yeah, like you can't tell me at the beginning of any NRA meeting or even Republican National Convention they don't show the hell ride just to get all the gun nuts, get their nipples hard.
Gosh, so now thinking back to basketball, it's like you got Donald Trump. Well, Ron DeSantis now because Ron DeSantis and Michael Pence. I'm so excited, and Mike Pence, you're excited. Feel these nipples.
Feel these nipples.
That's funny because I think Bob Costas hates having to be reminded of basketball.
Yeah, I think Bob Costas hates being tied to that just as much as that Brett, another sportscaster, hates being tied to the Water Boy.
Okay. Yeah. Brett Musburger. Yes.
Yeah, that was the name.
Yeah, but Al Michaels seemed to be having a real good time.
Al Michaels was laughing his boobs off. He had a great time. He was hanging out, he was drinking, he was playing hobnobbing with the Hollywood folks, probably hitting on Jenny McCarthy.
As you do.
I mean, or he might have even been brave and hit on Yasmin Bleeth.
Depending on the alcohol.
Yes, that was before the dark times.
Well, no, judging belief. uh, all right, so I think we got all the silliness done. I think we
Yeah, I'm just so happy that after like a year of wanting this, that we find our baby is finally being presented to the world.
yes, and yeah, and who knows? I don't know, I hate to
We may be on to something. Yes.
yeah. So I hate stealing an idea, but again, if you're going to put it behind a paywall,
there is an argument to be said. There hasn't been an original idea since the very first idea. Yeah. Everything is just your interpretation of something that's already happened.
Right.
So yeah.
And no, basically this was just a way to yeah, no, and this is basically a way to to capitalize. We wanted this. We finally found.
It was a way to shoehorn in a movie that, due to constructs and rules of the podcast, we couldn't have ever done. But it was a nice way to get there finally.
So, yep. So that's.
Plus, I got to talk about Roadhouse and Tombstone in the same day. No. I should go buy a lottery ticket. This is just. I'm just so happy right now.
All right. Well, all I can ask you is to really push the promotion on this one, because I think we do need the feedback.
Definitely.
See who has the better cinema to start. It be it the Sasquatch.
Sasquatch Cinema
House, or the Six Raven Movie House. Do you want the so I got the popcorn, you got the grill.
Yes.
So as I say, you got to really push this. I really should probably hit my parents up for the money that they are spending to send me to the Cubs in England in a couple of weeks.
No, hold on. I still vouch that is a sound financial decision. You go to England, you watch the Cubs probably lose, and you come.
They're playing
back
the Cardinals. Okay, the Cardinals aren't shit.
Have you seen how they've been playing this year?
I saw Kyle Hendricks had an excellent game a couple nights ago.
He had that great game yesterday.
Yeah,
and I had almost forgotten he was still on the team.
Oh no, he's going to be moved at the trade deadline. I know how the season.
Oh yeah, I know that when when the trade deadlines come down in about a month or so, he's gone.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I still think we got a lot of good pieces. We just have to spend the money.
Like the pieces are there. They just need more focus and direction, which is a very broad way of saying they just need something.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm just saying you really got to commit to the long. I don't want to say Alfonso Soriano, but
sure,
you got to bring some. You got to offer somebody something.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing that they this is a critique I've had about the Cubs since I was a child. They try to play the long game.
Yes.
Every once in a while, you got to be the Yankees. You got to bust out the checkbook, and you got to play the right now game.
Oh no, they can. That's just it. We have the money to play the right now game.
Yeah. And they don't. That's what's so frustrating. They always do try to like we're going to develop, we're going to build, we're going to rebuild, and we're going to rebuild. I'm like, just sign every free agent you can and win a ring.
It ended up working out for them though, until the kids who were born after 2016, you don't have anybody to please.
No. Well, that's the thing. I
was 36 when it happened.
I'm going to slightly disagree with you. Like, yes, we all had the phrase. It was tattooed on every Cubs fan's tongue. Just one before I die, and we got that. But now we know you can do it. Now we're kind of ticked off that it took you 103 years to do it, and honestly, the fact that you couldn't do it with the pieces that you had after you did it the first time.
Honestly, it's just more of the. I really wish, in a sense, just how other events occurred that year.
Mm-hmm.
I would have traded a pennant for a Hillary Clinton 4 years.
Now look, that happened. The World Series won. The win.
Like,
that
we didn't need it all. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that happened 3 days before my wedding, so that was a great week for me.
Okay.
That personally was a great week for yours truly here. But at the same time, it's just like it was. Yeah, it's like I could have like that. Even though I got married 3 days later, if a meteorite would have struck the bar I was in 5 minutes after the World Series win, I would have had no complaints.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm like this. The meteorite hits, the world is gone. I'm okay with it.
Yep.
Because the Cubs won, baby.
Yep. So, all right. So, as always, you can find Andrew TD at Couchman Bakes on Twitter and TikTok as well. Is everything
Twitter, TikTok, and I also have Couchman1 on Instagram.
All right. Yep. Excellent TikTok videos. If you ever, I guess I'm gonna have to do a TikTok about the American cheese and pie.
Let's put it this way. If you have any,
you have to have standards. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have any wondering what my content's like, I filmed an episode of my show before doing this.
Oh, all right.
And that explains a lot.
Yeah. All right. As always, you can follow the podcast at @CatBusRuss on Twitter, at RussStevens.Mastodon at Mastodons. It's gonna catch on. At Russ Stevens at Mastodon.social. Main Event Zombie about anywhere else you can find me. And as always, like to think, and I guess I can say, well, Raven was Stacia's stage name, but I want to think of her a little more than a performer.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm just glad she's always been looking after my ass the past 19 years, and I hope she's smothering the hell out of little Skimble. He was so cuddly. That's his curse. The little one-eared angel. So, rate and subscribe on your favorite podcast apps. 5 stars. I will reciprocate. The username on Apple is The Scoop Staley. That's an old wrestling thing. As I say, 5-star reviews. You can write whatever you want and be honest in the review. We're just trying to screw the algorithm. So, and we'll be. So this episode will drop on the 20th. I got my Renfield episode to release this week.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I really want to.
It is fun. That's what I'll say. It's a lot of fun. Nicolas Cage is awesome.
I actually saw it for sale in a Meyer DVD section yesterday. I'm like, it's already on a DVD?
Yeah, no, I thought it was dropping on Tuesday when I dropped my episode.
Oh,
and then I'm like working at one of my jobs and I see it brought up and it's like,
yeah, I saw that one and also that weird Adam Driver movie where he's
65.
That one. Like they're both already released.
Yeah, and Super Mario Brothers came out this week too.
Oh.
So
I know what I'm doing soon. Because my wife hasn't bought it yet.
It's a 90-minute, so.
Oh, there you go. Well, we'll have that to look forward to.
Right. So thanks again, Andrew, and can't wait for the next conversation. Be it basketball or some other one that we're going to try hold.
Some other cinematic oddity.
Yes.
Can I hear a wahoo?